Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Unboxing Tomorrow adventure in electronics, robotics, and communication systems, where I'm here to assist anyone setting up a recent Raspberry Pi. Just for a little context, a Raspberry Pi is a single board computer which has its own Linux-based operating system. Normally this OS comes with a default username and a default password. As of April 2022, the latest release, codenamed Bullseye, has completely eliminated that default account. And yes, I did learn this the hard way. To get around this in a Windows environment, there's an application simply called Raspberry Pi Imager. This application contains a config tool which you will need to use in order to create your own username and password. As usual, for any discrepancies between my instructions and the official instructions at Raspberry Pi, you should follow the official instructions. Start by going to the official website for the Imager application. Scan it with your favorite anti-malware tool, and if it looks good, go ahead and proceed. Like usual, you are going to need a microSD card, and, fair warning, the imaging process will erase all the previous data on that original card. For that reason, it's probably also a good idea to go ahead and eject or remove any unrelated mass storage device, just in case we make a mistake later. In the Imager application, select the operating system that best matches your Raspberry Pi model and your own software needs. Next, use the button in the middle to select the drive of interest. After doing so, you should see a gear icon appear in the lower right corner. Click it, and this is going to be your setup wizard for configuring not only that initial account, but also if you want SSH enabled, and optionally your Wi-Fi credentials. In other words, if you want the Raspberry Pi to automatically connect to an existing Wi-Fi network, this is where you have to teach it the name and the password for that network. I also recommend taking time to accurately set up the 2-letter ISO code that matches your country. In my previous video, we did some of this using the file WPA supplicant, which is no longer necessary. If you're ready to overwrite, and again this will erase the drive, click the right button, be prepared to wait several minutes, and your microSD card should be ready to go. In my case, I have a Raspberry Pi Zero, which is wireless. I insert the microSD card in the slot, power on by applying power to the USB connector on the edge of the board, and without any further intervention, the Raspberry Pi operating system booted up, connected itself to my Wi-Fi network, which I was able to see on my router, and because I had SSH enabled, I was able to launch the PuTTY application for Windows, type in the Raspberry Pi's IP address, and enter my own user password combination. Hopefully this does it for you, and if not, feel free to leave a comment in the video comments below, or reach me on social media. I am of course aware that it has been a long time since I've done a video, but not for a lack of activity. In fact, this year has been too busy in a lot of ways, but hopefully projects like this will become a bit more frequent. For posterity, you can still see the original method and the code examples on the website unboxing-tomorrow.com, but of course, I will be marking those obsolete since they no longer apply. Be sure to subscribe, and as always, have a great day.